I'm Cami,
And I'm Moni.
and this is a little chat.
A little cheese man.
Today we brought you in with the aesthetic sounds of Puerto Rico, where I'm recording from.
Let's take a moment. And how beautiful are they?
Other than when they get ruined by my laugh.
No, they're so loud. You can hear them so vividly.
I hope that that does not deter you guys. Otherwise, I'll need to get my own crispy mic,
It's an
like
experience.
Moni has.
We're giving our audience an experience.
Yes, today's all about aesthetics,
A little
guys.
a little ambiance going on right now.
Yeah. Today, most of the day, it was raining because my parents live in the mountains,
Mhm.
and like so I was working from here. The windows were open. You just heard the rainstorms and the coquisca sounds in the mountains. It was very nice. It was like peaceful.
Wow, I'm so
Damn,
happy for you.
thank you so much. I also saw a rainbow yesterday in full form,
Ooh,
beginning to the end. It was pretty
wow.
cool. Yeah.
How was the traveling there? Like how did you get to your parents' house?
Got to my parents' house by them picking me up from
Mhm.
the airport. Flew in. As much as I
Mhm.
wanted to try to swim across the sea, it's not very possible.
Mhm. No, but I mean,
No,
like if our audience doesn't know, like driving in Puerto Rico is a adventure in itself. So like
wild.
if they're in the mountains, like being in a car on the side of a mountain is makes you think about a lot of things in life.
Yeah, my dad drives fast,
Oh my
right?
God.
But like respectful of me because I get motion sickness, so not
Mhm.
as fast as I know he would have. Um, and also, these roads might look like they're two lanes,
Mhm. They're
they're
not.
not. No. And my parents got a minivan for when people visit so they can fit as many people as possible in the car. So, like, you're driving this minivan down these curvy ass roads
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
just trying to navigate where I don't know how he knows where he's going.
Right.
He knows.
I remember
But
like
then,
my
zoom,
grandpa
zoom.
as a kid and he had a minivan or some kind of like car like that too because we would leave the door open and he would just drive through the mountains with the freaking like think of a Dodge. You leave the door open and
I
you can
can't.
be there with your seatbelt and you're just like
You
let's
had the door open
yeah.
while y'all were in there.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow,
Mhm.
that is insane.
He was going
That's
slow,
crazy.
I guess.
I mean, I can see how that would be fun as a kid. Be like,
Yeah.
whoa, we almost got run off the mountain. Cool.
Oh my God,
Or
yeah. Driving in Puerto Rico is a nightmare, or just being a passenger in Puerto Rico is a nightmare.
it is pretty crazy. It is. I can't say anything about. I mean, I will say that they're very skilled drivers. Like they drive crazy, but they're efficient. They know where they're going.
Doesn't
Respectful,
generalize.
not so much, but
Mhm.
like they're all about them, where they gotta
Mhm.
go to do what they gotta do. So they aren't
Mhm.
worried about you
I think
and
what a
if you
lot of
stay on
people
the road or not.
yeah, and I think a lot of people don't like think about, oh, like once I move to Florida, I don't have to be that aggressive anymore. You know what I mean? It just sticks. So,
It is pretty crazy. Going in at night in like two, great. I thought that Pennsylvania was dark.
mhm.
No, it's dark here. I can't do the dark in driving. I don't know how my dad does it, but we got here. So we have to go pick up Jess Saturday night at like 2 a.m. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Has she
Oh,
been she's been to Puerto Rico before, but had like this is your parents' like latest house, so she hasn't been to this house yet, right?
no, she actually has.
Oh, she
When
has.
we came, maybe like a year and a half ago, we were coming for them to see the house before they bought it to like
Oh,
finalize a
okay.
couple things. So they've actually fixed it up a lot since they got in here. So it'll be cool for her to see how different it is inside. They've got new doors. They painted the color. They added a whole new kitchen to it. It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited because last time we came, we were kind of on like my parents' schedule and also baby schedule a little
Mm.
bit. I mean, not so much, but you know, like naps and stuff. You don't want to force the baby to be in the car for a long time, although she was in the car for a long time. But this time we'll kind of be able to go explore and do stuff. I don't know. Don't ask me what we're doing yet because I haven't figured that out.
Why? It's so
The
new.
beach.
It's nice
Yeah.
to be Christmas at like a tropical place, so that's cool.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. It's been nice so far, even though it's hot, but it's okay. My parents got me a little mini split, so I got some AC when I go to sleep. That's all I need.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah. So let's talk about this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Florida, saw you for a little bit
Yeah,
because you got your bridal shower. How was that?
that was good.
Yeah, did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. It was I was a little unsure about how it would go, I guess. Just because we're not used to throwing parties or having like so many people to feed. So I think that was nerve-wracking, but no, my mom did a great job. My grandma did a great job. We were all making fun of my mom because she was like shoving games down our throats. She was all about the games and being making sure everybody was entertained.
Yeah, teachers, you
It
know.
was, I was telling Bob that it's funny like when you have a get together like this where like it it's bringing your friends together and just looking around the room, I see every phase of my life like in one room. You know what I mean? I look and I see like my high school friends and then I see like my friends I made right after high school and college and then I see my friends I've made from work from one work job to another and then, so it's funny
Yeah.
and then friends I made through Bob, right? So it's like all this progression of life all in one room, which is kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool piece of weddings and things is you kind of see your whole life like you said before that point or with that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was really cool to get to be there and see you and all the people that love you and see Bobby Boy. You
Mm-hmm.
ready? You're creeping up there.
Yeah, it's a month today.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're about a month away. You got all your stuff? You good to go?
No,
It's okay. Jess and I weren't ready until, the night before.
not even. We weren't ready. Still ready, but it's fine. It'll all work out. I'm not doing as many DIYs as you as much as we want to. Bob really wants to do the freaking Lego guest book, but I'm like, no. It's just no. Like, I have so
Listen,
many other things to prep. There's no way.
you let me know. I got spare Legos.
I'm not telling him that.
I'll text him. Just like, I'll make it
No.
a deal. Hey, you want to come to the compound to find out what that word meant, by the way? I'll get you these Legos, but you gotta move here. That's the deal.
Oh, there you go. You're gonna bribe his ass.
Yeah, man, that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
All right. All right. Let's keep it rocking here and talk about what we're talking about today because it ain't our first rodeo.
No. Yeah, we figured that we kind of make this a little bit of like a banter rant episode about like trends in 2024. It's coming to a wrap, right? And so we wanted to chat about different categories and like what are the trends in those categories and state our opinions. Cami gave me a little rundown on some of the things she saw, but some of them I am aware of and some of them I am not, and I'm sure vice versa. So that's what we're going to get into today.
Let's do it.
All right, what's our first category?
Starting off, we're going to go with cultural and lifestyle type things. And we're going to talk about the de influencing movement.
Oh, okay.
And that is basically exploring overconsumption and how people are more embracing that mindful. living piece of
Mhm,
life. So,
mhm.
what do you think about that?
You know, it's funny that we bring this topic up because I love to shop. I always have. I grew up with two women who love to shop, who love to consume, who love to have pretty things, right? It's a way that we bond. I love fashion. I love accessories. I love all the things, right? But at the same time, it's funny. I mean, we're not super wealthy people, so I think it's always been about trying to find the balance. And but the other day, this like topic came up in my head, and so I did a little mini like experiment. And I opened my phone. I said, okay, I'm going to open Instagram. I'm going to click a reel. I'm going to click a reel. And then I'm going to flip through and I'm going to count how many of them are selling me, trying to sell me something. And literally
Okay.
every single one was like this product, that product. Look at this service, subscription, bang, bang. Like every single freaking one. And I was like, wow, it's just crazy because it's so much about consuming, like, and trying to reach all of us audience members and trying to make us spend money, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then you think about waste and all of that too, right? Like that's a part of the de-influencing movement. I think it affects our planet, and people talk about waste, and so I mean, I can agree that I think we do overconsume, and there's a lot of products and items and waste, and I think it's all real. Um, I'm a little not skeptical, but I'm just like, how do you change that in the big scheme of things? Like how can you really make an impact? I think that seems really large to me.
Yeah, I can agree with you there, especially with the social media thing. TikTok, I've noticed every other video is basically like, buy this or get this. And I accidentally clicked on one of them once, and all I got was that ad over and over for the same. It's like this little ab, like
Mhm.
the ab, it's like a crunch machine that you can lay on, and it does like you slide up and
Yes,
down. I clicked on it by accident, and
that's
every
it.
single video, yes, it's all the ab crunch machine. It's nuts. But yeah, like definitely think that social media is super, it like tries to lean into that overconsumption piece a lot. But then you kind of get the backhand where you have people that do try to show you ways that you can embrace the mindful living piece of things, and different types of stores you can go to. Like we found out here, well, not here, I'm in Puerto Rico, but in PA, there's like a lot of stores that there's a particular brand, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but they do fill your own containers. So, like, you can bring a container and put your olive oil in that instead of buying like the
Oh,
plastic
yeah.
container or
Yes, like
spices.
yes, I've seen that. You and like replacing your plastic products with glass. That you just end up buying like the
Yeah,
bag.
glass bottles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about that. I think if there are small ways to make an impact on your daily, and also glass is just prettier, glass is more sustainable, right? I mean, there's
Also
ways
more breakable.
they are more breakable. I know, I know,
I can't trust myself with no glass.
I know. But, I mean, there has to be alternatives for all different kinds of needs, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think we'll get there, right? I don't know. Save the planet, but are we gonna? Let's keep moving on. That was
I've never been
cultural
that.
fun.
I mean, I've just never, I don't know, I've never been that kind of person where I feel like I can do something to like save the
Yeah,
world, right? I'm just not that person.
I feel
Um,
you.
but I'm open-minded. I'm willing to make small changes if it does something, makes an impact in some way. Sure.
Yeah, I think that like part of me is like, well, what is my recycling this one bottle gonna do? You know, and then it compared the comparison to all the other trash and people that don't recycle, right? Uh, by the way, I found out that some places the recycling just ends up where the trash goes. Didn't even know that.
Also, like my apartment building, we don't have a recycling bin.
That's
So
crazy.
what are we supposed to do with our recycled material? We have a separate bin in our apartment. One
Mm.
side is trash, one side's recycle, and we literally put all of our recyclables in there. But then what the hell do we do with it? So we kind of are ending we end up having to put it in the trash.
Yeah, you can't
Wild.
recycle it. I don't know. I found out, I think in Jersey, that my friend's neighborhood, they followed the truck one day and it took it to the waste, like,
No.
yeah. So it's like, can you trust those things? But on the other hand, I found out there's this person, and I wish I could remember their name, but they didn't have recycled glass where she lived. So she basically created this program, collected all of the glass from
Mhm.
people, and got like recycled glass, essentially broke it down and created sand, and then uses that sand in different projects, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Glass is sand and sand is glass. It's like a full circle moment. Also, apologies if you hear that. It's bugs dying in the background of one of
Thank you for the
one.
context.
Yeah, I'm not
Guys,
randomly.
you guys ever seen a device that electrocutes bugs?
That's what's
Okay.
in the background here.
Yeah.
It does
You're
its
start
job though.
you're starting I was gonna say 4th of July, Jesus. You're
Yeah.
starting your year early with
Yep.
fireworks.
That thing be popping off.
Mhm.
All right, we're jumping to music now.
Cool.
Music and entertainment. Let's talk about Brat Summer
Oh my god. Please.
and how
Please
Charlie's
educate me.
XCX albums Brat sparked the trend, influencing fashion and social media.
I mean, I literally just think of brats, like Bratz dolls, or Brat Summer,
I
because
feel like
even
it's more geared towards like the other generation, Gen Z. Is that what this?
no, but like it's all about me. So Bratz dolls summer, you know what I mean? No,
It's
I
Brat,
really don't. I know about it. Like obviously, I've seen the album cover, but I don't really
right?
listen to Charlie. What is it? XCX,
Yeah,
right? And my fiance's sister Emily, I believe, went to a concert. So like she's in that era.
for Charlie XCX.
So I thought she did maybe one of those Brat concerts. I don't freaking know. But I need to be informed as to the bigger meaning of a Brat summer. What is a Brat summer? Because we had our hot girl summer with Megan Thee Stallion, and I
I
totally
remember that.
but I don't understand what Brat summer is.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm gonna be honest. I only know because of Kamala Harris and when she was running her campaign. And they
What did
said
she say?
Kamala's brat. That's like the first time
Oh,
I.
okay, I'm gonna look it up. What is Brat? What is gonna be your prediction?
I'm gonna say Brat Summer. I'm gonna say a brat just like doesn't care. It's like a
Okay.
girl boss, like what we would call a girl boss, or just you are in charge of your moment, and I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think it is? Did you look it up already, or do you have a guess?
I already looked
Oh,
up. I'm not gonna cheat. It says an unapologetic party or messy girl
okay,
aesthetic for the summer based on the vibes of Charlie XCX's new album Brat.
okay.
Okay, so she's
Messy
like
girl,
messy. She's like does what she wants. She's no worries. She's going with the vibes. That's Brat. So come
kind of
on, that's
goes.
what they said.
I don't know how much Kamala fits into that, but
She's not Brat, but okay. She can't be Brat. She's not allowed.
I
So
think that I think it's cool. I like that this generation is gearing more towards like not caring what people think and just
I
being
sure, but
yourself.
also like I feel like it gets out of hand. Like in some aspects, especially I'm going back to the workforce, man. Like
Oh yeah,
they really don't give a shit. So I think you do have to give a shit about something. You know what I mean?
of
Or like
course, yes,
work on something or at a place, you need to give a shit about it. You know what I mean?
right.
I think there's just like this large tone of like really not being apologetic words unapologetic but also kind of irresponsible in decisions, a lot of the time, and just like really not having a care in the world because everything is replaceable. I can go anywhere else. I have no consequences, right? So,
True.
but who am I?
We gotta find a happy medium, I think.
Just
I
I
feel
feel
like
sound like an old lady now.
these damn kids. I think that our generation was too afraid of everyone else's opinion, and their generation just does not care.
Yeah,
So we need a happy medium generation.
right.
Hopefully the next one. I'll call them the happy medium generation.
The happy mediums.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right, let's dive out of that one and talk about one of I think today's topics that'll be your favorite, which is Beyonce's Cowboy Carter era. I'm gonna
Mhm.
start with this one and say that I listened to the album. I thought it was
Okay.
pretty good.
I was about to say
I
if you
am
said
not a
it, I
no.
was gonna say that. I
No
was
no
gonna
no. I am not gonna say anything bad about Beyonce or her
because
music.
let me let our audience know we have a Swifty in the house.
Okay, we're just gonna right here. Just because I like Taylor Swift does
Eh,
not mean that I can't like Beyonce. Like, I
I
don't know
never said
where
that.
this rift was created. Kanye created this rift apparently, where one can't be good. You can't like one and like the other. While I do understand where certain connotations come from in regards to awards and the Grammys and award shows and things, and the fact that she is a white artist that is like that has that privilege, right? I can also still like Beyonce's music.
I
And like,
never said you
you
didn't.
listen, all I'm
We're all
saying
getting
is you
political.
can't just
Like,
hate Taylor Swift because she's Taylor Swift. Like, she's got good lyrics. I like how lyrical she is. That's it. Yes, some of her songs follow the same tone, have like very similar sounds in certain aspects, but overall, she's a great storyteller. And you just can't take that away. But we're talking about Beyonce. You brought up Taylor. So I just had to defend myself
just
here.
saying because we had to question your feedback if it
We
was
don't.
feedback.
Beyonce is the queen of the vibes. She's got all the good beats. She's got good music. I'm not hating. I like Cowboy Carter. Was it my favorite of her album? No. It
What's
was
your
not my favorite.
Beyonce album?
Um I don't know. I
What era of Beyonce is your favorite? Is it like Halo era? Is it the self-name album, like the Beyonce album where it has the pageant snip to it? Like
I liked Halo for sure. That's the one that came out when we were growing up,
mhm,
or like in high school. So I really like that part. Um, I'm not gonna say that I didn't like Destiny's Child.
mhm.
I just wasn't like yes, Destiny's Child. Um, but like I think I would say Halo, but I can't remember the name of the album that came out when we were in college. But I like that one.
Okay. There's a couple,
Um,
sure.
I can't I can't remember what it's called. I'll say Halo. I like the Halo.
You like that song? You like that era of her?
Yeah, I like the songs on that album. I feel like kind of like gave you serious but also light, like fun music. I
Right.
like that play on things.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
What
she
about
went
you?
Renaissance, like she went from Renaissance to Cowboy Carter was so different. And I was just waiting for her to bring out something else. And so I thought it was cool how she is just embracing her roots a little bit and like trying to just tackle every genre. I thought it was very her. She didn't like veer off of what we expected from her, which is good beats, like you said, and
Yeah,
I just loved it. And I love the song Jolene, and so I was like excited to hear her
that was
version
a good
of
one.
it. Oh, so good.
Jolene is such a good song, and she did it justice for sure.
Oh, so good. And
She
she
killed it.
incorporated some other Black artists, which she does in a lot of her music, but in this some smaller artists she incorporated into this album and her collabs, of course. So it was just awesome. I loved it. I loved the my favorite song is Bodyguard. So good. So good. I love Jolene. I mean, I loved it all. Like I love the whole
Yeah.
album. So good. And
I
Riverdance. Ah, so good.
Riverdance is a good one.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I think I like Jolene was my favorite, and then Riverdance I think would be my
Mm.
second favorite. I think it's bullshit that she was not nominated for anything
Oh, I
at the
haven't seen
CMT
anything.
Awards.
Oh, I mean, I
Yeah,
expected it to ruffle a few feathers. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, we'll leave it at that there. She definitely. I feel like there were so many good albums that came out this year. That
Mhm.
album of the year for the Grammys is gonna be like a bloodbath. And I'm
Whether
just
it's
gonna
not
start off right here and say
out
that I
already?
don't think, huh?
Are the
Yeah, the
nominations
Grammy
out already?
nominations are out.
Oh, I don't know if
Yeah,
they are.
let's look them up. Why
Yeah,
not?
tell me. I'm so like out of the loop on so many things because I'm just not getting this news feed on my Instagram or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So Cowboy Carter,
Yeah.
New Blue Sun, Andre 3000. I have not listened to that one. The Jesse Volume 4, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Tortured
Mm.
Poets Department, Taylor Swift, Rise
Mhm.
and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Chaperone, Brat by Charlie XCX, and Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. There are some good albums in there. And like I'm gonna go off and say I do not think that Taylor Swift is I feel like the top three here are Short and Sweet, Rise and
Mhm.
Fall of a Midwest Princess, Hit Me Hard and Soft
Yeah.
by Billie Eilish. I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't think any of our girls are gonna win. I think it's gonna be Sabrina. I think
I
she's
do
gonna
too. That's a bop album. Like it's a no skip album. You can just play it and just
Mhm.
listen to it in all its entirety. It's just so good. And
I did love
it
it.
yeah. And it brings me to our next topic, which is the resurgence of recession pop, which is kind of
Mhm.
like Sabrina Carpenter, Chaperone, like those kinds
Mhm.
of danceable pop music that like the late 2000s, the revival of that, which I think is super cool. I like the
I love
vibes.
it. I love it. I think
Yeah.
it's fun. It gives this generation something to have of their own and establish like these iconic like artists that they can like grow up with like we did, right? So I think it's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I think it's super awesome.
it's great. I'm actually a big fan. I'm not such a huge pop person. Like if I listen to pop, I can listen to it weaved into my music playlist. I can usually not listen to pop over and over and over or like in a whole album. I just get tired of it, I think.
Right.
But no, Sabrina's, I played it just to see how playable it was for me and like if I could listen through the whole thing and I was like, "Oh, I like this song. Oh, I like this one. Oh," and
Yeah.
it was hard to me for me to pick a favorite. So I love
I
it.
agree. Yes. I honestly think she has it in the bag. I think it'll be her because Chaperone's album was good, but I don't feel like it's as it's not. I mean, I haven't listened to it in its entirety. Like that's my taste at least. That's
Right.
a clue for you. And she's a lesbian, so it's just like or she's at least gay or part of the community.
Mhm.
So you'd think I would be like on that and have listened to it already, but I guess it's kind of assumptive of anyway.
I mean, I said it.
I said it. But I haven't listened to it because I don't know if it'll be a no skip. I don't know, but Sabrina's was a no skip. I think that
Mhm.
although Chapel is very popular right now, and I think it's really cool because it's great to have that representation in pop,
Mhm.
and just so out in the open, right? And her
Yeah.
lyrics to her songs are like just like Sabrina's lyrics to her songs are very sweet.
Mhm. One thing
But
too that I
oh
feel like
god,
I love about this resurgence also is just it's not just the songs, but you have the visuals that go with it, the fashion, the makeup. You have this
yeah,
style that comes with the artist, kind of how we grew up. You think about Gaga. You didn't just get songs with Gaga. You got fashion, you got visuals, you got music videos, you got a whole persona, right? I think a lot of the artists are like wanting to also communicate a certain message with their brand, and that's kind of cool to get from artists in like a in a quirky fun way because of their personalities and like the choices that they make.
I do agree. I like that a lot. It just encapsulates this whole sort of like movement, which is cool.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
will say, I also am liking how like alt rock is kind of having a or pop punk type. Like Avril Lavigne's going back on tour, MCR is
Mhm.
going back on tour, Linkin Park without Chester. It's not really Linkin Park in my opinion, but it's still
Same.
a dope sound. Like it's a great sound. They are a great band. Like I like it. I don't know if I would
Mhm.
have kept the name, but
Mhm.
that's another topic we can talk about. But I
That's
like
a
that
hot
they're
take.
also on the rise. Yeah, that is a hot take. I love them. Like, and I love the new sound. The new girl is great. Um,
Mhm.
but I like Warp Tour coming back around. Although it's
Mhm.
only coming in two places, so I don't feel like that's Warp Tour. But
Right.
I'm excited to see if that kicks off more in the new year and like this emo's not dead movement that's been going around for a while. Like
That's
I like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
It's not a phase, mom. Talking about viral moments.
Mhm.
Now, shifting. Let's talk about being very demure and very mindful.
I freaking loved it. Like I loved that video, that trend, the all the videos that came along with it. It's just so funny. I just love
Yeah.
and I'm still like, those
Yeah.
it's fun. I
Very
just
demure.
very mindful. No, I loved
Yeah.
it. And the little things keep popping up. Like the latest trend that I've been obsessed with is the one where suspect like they're running and they're
Yeah.
like
We should do a version of that.
should, but honestly, I'm just like I seek those videos. I like search suspect and I'm like, I just want to see people trolling their husbands, their wives, like their friends.
Yes.
I just
They're so good.
you know how many times I send the suspect videos to Robert just to watch. It's so funny. But no, I loved the very demure, very mindful
Yeah, I feel
little
like Tik
moment we had.
yeah, I think TikTok's really had at least one good viral moment every year. This is I feel like
Mhm.
very demure, very mindful is this year. And
Mm.
then there was like the corn year. It's corn.
Oh my god, yeah.
A big lump with naps. I think it's just it always has one solid thing
Mhm.
every year. Speaking of TikTok, do we think it's actually going to get banned in a
Oh my
month?
god. I don't no, I don't, but, I could be
I don't
wrong. I
either.
hardly am on TikTok, honestly, but, I know a lot of people are actually worried about it. But also it's like the butt of the joke, like, "Oh, if, TikTok's really gonna get banned, then let me do this, let me post this," right? So, no, I don't, but who freaking knows?
Right.
Mhm.
2025 gloves are off.
Yeah, for real.
We're just standing in the circle of fire, just like, okay.
For me, I'm trying to have PTO vibes all of 2025, you know what I mean? Trying to
Yes.
be chilling.
You should I'll share this picture that says the days to take PTO so you end up getting 55 days off.
Hell yeah. I need that. Send me that.
Last viral internet moment is Moodang, which
I
you
don't
don't know who Moodang is.
know.
Moodang is this little
Oh, the
pygmy
little
hippo.
pig, the hippo.
Yes.
Yes.
The little
Okay.
hippo from I think Indonesia, maybe Thailand.
With the cute little face.
Yeah, little
Now that
Moodang.
you said it and you started about to describe, I came to my brain. I was like, "Oh yeah, that little animal." I was
I
gonna
was
say
so
snake,
surprised.
but no, it's a hippo.
I was so surprised when I told you originally, and you were like, "I don't know who that is." It's like you got to know.
Forgot. No, but honestly, like
Moodang.
I heard about it and I already was late on like understanding what that was. and I've only seen a few things. Like, I don't, why is it so big? Like, why is it just because he's so cute?
I think it's definitely a TikTok thing. So since you're not on
Okay.
TikTok, that would
Mm-hmm.
make sense as to why you don't see it as much. But there was this period of time where you would have like you would be doing something and then insert clips of Mudang into it, like whatever you were
Okay.
doing. It's just
But
this
what is
weird. It
the
was more
message?
May. I don't know. Just that it was cute. That's all.
Like,
Yeah, nothing
okay.
crazy. Yeah, it's just the internet.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I don't understand the message and I feel so like geriatric, you know? So I'm like, I don't get it. Am I supposed to get it?
Oh, man. Film and television.
Hmm.
Let's talk about the only thing that I understood on this one, which I don't understand how it's even a thing. Them trying to make Glicked a thing.
Oh
Wicked
my
versus
God.
Gladiator 2.
There was no comparison.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Wicked or Gladiator 2, but I can even tell you, like,
Camille,
no. No one is talking
what,
about
what
Gladiator
do you
2.
mean you haven't seen Wicked yet?
I wanted to watch it in Dolby, and then time just ran out. But
Camille,
I'll go watch it.
how are you so late in the game?
You know?
Heck.
I never watched Wicked at all, period. Like, I've never seen it
I guess
in
you're not
any
like
format.
a person.
I'm not a theater kid.
Good.
No. But I did like The Waitress and Rent, primarily
Mm-hmm.
because my wife likes both of those. And also, The Phantom of the Opera is actually the first
Oh,
thing I've ever watched, and I like that one a lot.
good. So good. Yeah, I mean, like Wicked was amazing. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you see it in any format. Also, they're going to be coming back out in theaters with sing-along versions. So, guess who will be very demure and very mindful at one of those theaters? Me. Not mindful because I'm going to sing my freaking head off. But yeah, there was no comparison. Like Gladiator was a big letdown. It's Robert's favorite movie, the original. So we were very excited to see it. But even him, he'll tell you like he went in with very low expectations. It's one of those things that you just like, should you touch something so iconic? Like because
Yeah.
there's a risk that it's not going to go well. And
The era of remakes.
I know, and it's like, oh, like I guess it's one of those risks. If it's done really well, then you're going to get a really great result from the audience because they're so excited and they have such like a connection to the material. But if you do terribly, you are going to be criticized badly.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, Wicked was amazing. It was just so good, and Gladiator was a big letdown. And but I did see that Denzel, I think, got a supporting act, like a supporting role. Like he's up for an award, I think,
Well,
for
that's
the.
awesome.
Mhm.
Maybe he was the only good thing about it.
I mean, he was good. He was good. I definitely think he carried a lot of the personality in the movie, and I mean, his character warrants that. But overall, it was just like lackluster. It was lazy. It
Hmm.
was not good. Not good.
Not good at all.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's a bummer. Let's
I
talk
know.
about fashion and lifestyle. And the only thing is really lifestyle based because fashion, I don't really know any of the ones that are on here. But let's talk about being a trad wife and that aesthetic.
Hmm.
First off, why are we calling it a trad wife? Like, just say traditional wife. Why do the extra?
But wait a second, because how many times do you shorten
So many.
words? You shorten words so frequently that I have to ask you sometimes, what the heck are you talking
I
about?
told you I'm a hypocrite.
This
Why make big word when
oh,
short word go far?
goodbye. She comes to me, she goes, yeah, when I do the episode with Ziggs. I was like, huh? With the what? She goes, the significant others. So don't be coming out here
You're
criticizing
right. You're right.
trad, okay? But it is
Monio is keeping me honest.
no, honestly, when you first said it, I thought you said Chad wife. I was like, not the Chad, because Chad is a thing. Did you know? Like
No.
a Chad, that's like a thing. I
What's
think
a
a Chad
Chad?
is like a bro. So like, The
Oh,
like, if you call somebody a Chad, you're also trying to communicate that he's like a bro. Yeah,
oh, that's
I'm hip.
Chad.
I know.
You are. So, what do you think about the trad wife aesthetic coming back? For those of you that don't know what a trad wife is, it is a traditional wife. So, basically, women that go into those modern or steps out of the falls into the traditional gender roles and
Mhm.
that side of things. So, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, husband goes to work, makes the money.
But doesn't a but doesn't a trad wife only it's only talking and considering the people who are kind of like showing it on Instagram, and they're making the videos and they're saying, "Ooh, I just milked the cows and I brought the milk inside and now I'm gonna make homemade cookies." And like I
I
cra-
just grinded the flour.
yeah, look, I just granulated the sugar myself. Like, yeah, look at me mixing the yeah. That's like marketing themselves that way, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but like some days you still are gonna have these roles, and yes, like, am I saying that I'm one way versus another? No, trying to find a balance, but I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am going to take care of the kids. Like, so I think, is that kind of referring more to those who are marketing themselves that way, wearing a certain clothing, saying, I'm going to do this all natural. Oh, my husband woke up and asked for homemade, like loaves of bread. So here I go, you know? I mean, live your life. I don't care. Like, it's really entertaining for me because one, recipes, two, the the recreations and like the funny videos that come out of it are so funny to me.
They are
So I think it's not our place to judge. Like, who cares if that's
1000%.
to do, and that's if they feel empowered in that role. Then I don't give a shit, you know.
I agree. I
Mm.
think you do what you got to do. I don't think that roles, gender aside, should be placed on anybody. I think people should just do whatever the hell they want to do
Mm-hmm.
and live however they want to live. And if that woman has that much energy after taking
Power
care of
to
four
her,
kids
honestly,
to make a whole meal and clean up after it and clean the house, girl,
and a home cooked meal with
more
home
power to you.
eats. Them kids are gonna be healthy.
Yeah,
No, you get
you
really
know,
good whole ingredients. Power to you, girl. Power to you.
yep. If you can do it, do it. I'm
Can I
all about it. Yeah.
make me dinner? I'll come over.
Yeah. I'll be your nanny. I'll watch the kids.
Yeah, I'll be your Spanish maid.
Make me some of that pasta.
Yeah.
Last topic, and then I'm gonna throw a bonus one in there,
Ooh.
just because. So tech. We're just gonna talk about AI and AI in general. I was originally gonna be in pop culture, but let's just talk about AI in general. Pros,
Mhm.
cons. What are your thoughts?
Hmm. Like all good things in moderation. Me. That's what comes up to my head. I think it's going to happen, like it's going to be used, it's going to evolve, it's going to be incorporated in our world, whether we like it or not. So I think it would be smart and it would be wise. I just did some synonyms there. Look at me. I think it would be wise to, I don't, I guess I'm not saying you have to embrace it, but I think you should be knowledgeable about it and use it safely and honestly see how you can use it to your advantage. Like, how many times have I made a task more efficient using that kind of service, right? And now it's
Yeah.
being implemented in all of these different Google services. Bob was showing me the other day how, like, he's doing a project and automatically there's a tool that uh, helps you create different content. Honestly, the other day, my email, I'm writing an email by hand and I accidentally clicked like this little symbol at the bottom of my Google email, and then it like popped up a new version of what I was already saying. It just sounded better. And I was like, okay, we'll use that version instead. Um, so, I made a joke, but at the end of the day, everything in moderation, or at least be knowledgeable about it and use it in a way that can be helpful to you. But it's out of our control. I don't think we can help it at this point.
I agree. I think that it's just something that's going to be there. I don't know how much I agree with these robots being created because Terminator was a thing, but it's fine. Um, I think that I can see its benefits for sure. With my job, I actually used it not too long ago to create a tool to analyze tickets at a quicker pace than I would be able to. So it's cool to be able to plug something in. You can teach it how to do something. I think it'd make people's lives a lot easier. Do I see how it takes jobs away from people in certain aspects? And I mean, I can see that being a negative side of the coin as well.
Right.
I will say when it comes to AI and pop culture though, I that's probably my least favorite version of AI. Like I like AI in the efficiency aspect of making life easier for the everyday person, right? But I
Mhm.
don't like it in the reference of creating deep fakes for people or fake images or stealing content from somebody else because it doesn't know any better. If you feed it to it, it's going to think that you have the rights to it, right? So then it'll use it to create something else. I think that there has to, like you said, be lines that are drawn and
It's all about us, though. It's all about how we decide to use these tools and use these services and use this technology, right? It's about
yeah,
the intent of the person using it. Is it the fault of the product made, or is it about the user? It is about us and the responsibility we have to use these things appropriately and responsibly, especially when it comes to art and intellectual property. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward. What'd you say?
No, I said it's like anything, right? Like you make a how many times have we come across this new shiny thing and somebody uses it and abuses it? It's like this
Yeah,
is the next thing.
we should all just listen to Ben Parker. With great power comes great responsibility. Yes.
Oh, sorry, you want your sentence there?
You started it. Or you finished it, I thought.
I said it. I like I mouthed the words, but I didn't say it. I'm
I kind of
sorry.
whispered it. With great power comes great responsibility. Y'all out there, y'all could have finished. You finished it when I was saying it, so we're
There
good.
we go. Our audience finished it for us.
It was a mini sing along.
Finish our-
Bonus topic
Mhm.
sports.
Oh, okay. Wait, but we didn't even talk about fashion. I'm sorry. You just decided to skip over it just because
Okay.
you don't know about it.
Fine, 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 fine. It's not that I don't know about it, it's just I'm not interested in it, but I'll do it for you
Yeah, because I love
because
talking about sports.
fine. Bonus topic for you.
It's fine.
Okay. No, we're gonna talk about
Okay,
fashion.
let's just talk about barrel jeans because I like them.
I don't know what they are, so what's a barrel jean?
Okay, so okay. So imagine straight jeans, right? And for those watching on YouTube, oh God, I just hit the mic. The anxiety that I
I didn't
feel
hear it.
hit the mic. Like this is a real okay. So think of a straight jean, right? You have
Yeah.
those sharp lines. A barrel jean has this shape. So like you have the pants, you put them on, but at the end of it, they have like this curve that goes outward. So it kind of looks like a barrel, and each
Isn't
leg,
that just a bell bottom?
no, bell bottoms have go straight and then they taper out at the very end so that you have a nice big like funnel shape. A barrel jean literally comes out and curves like a barrel. I wish I could, I'm going to pull this up on my phone so you can see because it's hard to explain. But I like it. I haven't been able to find any because it's impossible for me to find any type of jeans that fit me. But that's another topic for another. Okay, I'm showing you. Okay, these are a little exaggerated, but on some people they look really cute. Boom. Face of confusion. You see the
So the
shape?
whole thing comes out.
It
Yeah.
kind of comes out, it curves. Okay, this is it on a model right there. You see, it doesn't look too bad on her.
Just looks like jeans, but
Cammy says no.
beautiful, lovely jeans. I
Yay.
hope you find a pair that fits you.
Thank you so much.
Like the sisterhood of the traveling pants.
Okay.
Sports. I
Ready?
have literally nothing to say here other than the Eagles are killing it right now, and I just wanted to share that for our listeners.
Yeah.
Go Birds!
Go birds. I'm with you there. Honestly, I am a adopted Eagles fan just because you and
Yeah.
Desiree are Eagles fans, and why not? I like the colors. I love a good teal. You know what I mean? So
Yes. Oh, my bad. That was loud. I think they're doing really good. They had me a little worried
hmm
mid-season there. A lot of games that were close that I don't think could have been close or should have been closer were close, but I think we are on the ups for
good.
sure. Looking forward to this week. We go play the Commanders in DC, and if we win this week, we clinch the division.
Ooh, what does this
So
clinching mean?
that we are for sure in the playoffs. I mean, I think we're already in the playoffs, but we get the top seed, which means that we get a first week bye and home field advantage. So
Okay,
yeah,
very cool.
looking forward to that.
Well, I would like you to commit to making sure that we go to an Eagles game next time I visit. Thank you.
All right, will that be next year?
Yes.
All right, you got it. I got you. You
Yeah.
just tell me the time, and we'll go.
Okay.
All right, that's all we got for trending topics, and it ain't our first rodeo.
And it won't be our last.
Oh yeah! Thank you guys for listening. Next week, we're going to talk about end of the year stuff and just holiday things. It's going to be our Christmas episode or Hanukkah episode, whatever you celebrate. Holidays.
Oh. hmm
Yeah. Um, yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, to
Thanks
our
for listening.
trending topics and for listening every week. We appreciate it and for giving us your feedback on the IG, mostly, is where I talk to our listeners. And yeah, we have 50 plays so far. So
Yay.
50 people. 50 people listened to our last episode. So I'm surprised you guys are still here.
Keep coming back every single week.
Heyo. We will be on a break for the first week of the first Thursday of the new year. Because it's right next to New Year's and we're going to spend some time with the fams. So that first week of January, we will not have an episode, but the week after will be our episode with our Sigos. January 7th. So, or we're recording January 7th. It'll be out the 9th.
Yay.
Yay! And then Moni gets married next year. Whoop!
Yeah, so let's see if I survive by January. Let's see how much of me is left because I'm so stressed.
You got this, Boo. You got this.
Thanks so much.
All right. Send Moni all the good vibes in her DMs, guys.
That's
Thanks
right.
for listening to A Little Chat.
A little chisme.
Outro to the cookies.